Hello guys, welcome. And series one or season one, I'm sorry, is almost over. We got a little bit more than a week until it ends, but there's been a lot of shifts in the meta and things that I've been changing on my team that I haven't really shown in any video yet. So this is my team currently, and it's a little bit different from my the last time I talked about it. And it's because of what's been shifting in the meta and all that, and what I've been encountering a lot more and seeing like things like that, right? So let's talk about it. So Serena is the same. Nothing has changed about it from the last video. So we have the same set. But Sarah Ledge is a little bit different because we don't have Sword Stance, we have Shadow Claw. And this is because I'm running Life Orb, and also I'm not running Focus Sash anymore on it because recently, I've been running the Focus Sash on Kilowattrel now, because it benefits a lot more from it, in my opinion, based on how the interactions in the matches I've been playing, and also because generally it dies to a lot of neutral moves and priority moves, even like Extreme Speed. I don't want to die to Extreme Speed in one hit. That'd be kind of annoying, wouldn't it? So, yeah, I mean, competitive is also really good because Arcanine, Salamence, and Tauros are pretty commonly seen from my experience. So Intimidate, you can get a competitive boost. You can also get a competitive boost off of a Parting Shot. You can get it off of a Rock Tomb. You can get it off of some other moves as well. But I've been having a lot of fun with Kilowattrel, which is great because, especially since it lures in Garchomps a lot, and basically that's what I want because I have Terra Ice. And it's just funny whenever the opponent like switches right into Garchomp and I just get a free kill because it is just so like satisfying to just get free kills on Garchomp. And that's what you want, right? You want to learn certain playstyles because it allows you to be consistent and your strategies. But also, I've added Haxorus to my team because of Mold Breaker mainly. Because I'm gonna show you all something real quick. So we have the usage stats right here. So we have 3 unaware Pokemon in the top 20: Skeleturge, Clodsire, and Dondozo. So when you're setting up without a Mold Breaker Pokemon, it just allows them to get their unaware in for free. And there's a lot of unaware like teams out there. Like I've seen a lot of teams, almost every team, at least one unaware Pokemon, if not 2 or 3, because they're just that good. Because there's so much setup in Battle Stadium 3v3, like a lot of Pokemon rely on setup to win. But when I have double Mold Breaker with Haxorus and Tinkaton, this is on tempo by the way, but I'm kind of changing it with an ability capsule or ability patch depending on what I need to do. But the point is, you have Mold Breaker, double Mold Breaker on my team. That's what I wanted to do because when they switch in an unaware Pokemon, that gives you a free turn to set up whatever, because it just ignores unaware. So, and the set I'm writing here, so when I was making this set, I wanted to make sure I cover as much defensive threats as possible, because I don't want them to switch in for free, right? So they have, the main thing I'm running is Tera Blast Electric, and this is because of things like Corviknight, things like Dondozo, things like Azumarill that want to switch into Haxorus, predicting a different move, but then I just destroy it. So Dragon Claw, Earthquake, Dragon Dance, and Dragon Claw. Or wait, I said Dragon Claw, Earthquake, Dragon Dance, and Tera Blast. That's what I meant to say. But okay, that's a really good set. Lumberry to prevent any status like Yawn from affecting my setup and win condition. Because Haxorus is a really good win condition that I can use versus Stall Cores. I've been seeing a certain composition that has been being used against me, and I'm also seeing it out there. That's Hydreigon, Clodsire, and Corviknight. And Haxorus, when it gets the Dragon Nets off, it just destroys that core. Because usually it's Choice Specs Hydreigon. A lot of people are running Choice Specs on Hydreigon because it's really hard and it's hard to switch into. But you can also, what I've been doing is scouting with Gastrodon, the Hydreigon set. So if it's Choice Specs, I can usually tell by how much damage it does, and then that lets me know how many Dragon Dances I need to do in order to sweep with Haxorus. Um, that's really important, and yeah, really just solid win condition. And my Gastrodon, by the way, is especially defensive because of all the Golden Go, all the Skeledirge, and all those Rotom forms and Magnezones going around, because it really just deals with them quite well. And it can also yawn things like Hydreigon, things like anything that wants to set up, like Mimikyu or something, and it's just really good support for other Pokemon on my team. And back then I was running, or a little bit ago, I was running a Bull Nature with a little bit more defensive investment, but I've changed it a little bit, trained it up a little bit differently because of my experiences with what I've been using it against, and just it needs to do a little bit better in its role. But now I think it's doing a lot better, which is good. And I changed my Tinkaton set a little bit because of Garganacl, because that Pokemon is really strong. It can Salt Cure pretty much my entire team for free, and I don't want that, because when I'm running Covert Cloak on Tinkaton, then it prevents the residual damage from Salt Cure every turn, which is really important, because the strategy with this is I switch into Salt Cure. So none of these Pokemon on my team can switch into Salt Cure at all. I mean, they can, but it's not going to be very good most of the time. Especially Gastrodon and Tinkaton without Covert Cloak, because then they just take a quarter of their health per turn. That's just how Salt Cure is. It's a really broken move in my opinion. And it's on a broken Pokemon as well. So you have to really... I feel like I need to have like something that can actually switch into it. Just in order to help my matchup against it, because there have been matches where I spend like 10 to 20 minutes just against a Garganacl and I just get stalled out because I try to break through it, but I just can't. But the strategy with this is that I Encore it. When I switch into Salt Cure, then I Encore it into Salt Cure, and then I Swords Dance and set up on it. And this is kind of... So I obviously haven't used it yet because it's not Bold Break. I haven't gotten the ability caps or the whatever. I haven't changed it yet, but I need to I need to understand how this is gonna work, because I think it will definitely support my team pretty well. But yeah, there's also other meta threats. Like in general, dragons are really like just commonly used because of how like good they are, and they can just Terra out of a lot of situations. That's why like people run multiple dragons on their teams, because they can just use those broken dragons and then they can just adapt to any situation, and they're just solid Pokemon. That's why they're used a lot. You see a Dragonite, Hydreigon, Dragapult, and Garchomp being used in the, like, look at how high they are used. It's crazy. But yeah, so Tinkaton also helps with the fairy typing, being able to stop Outrage from just completely destroying it. I also have some other outs like Fairy Terra on Gastrodon and Fairy Terra on Ceruledge, but I really don't do that often. It's mainly Kilowattrel and Haxorus and Tinkaton that Terras a lot in matches because of just how the interactions go. But yeah, pretty much all I have to say for this video. I feel like I am really happy with this team, and I'm just ready to have more fun. I will do more updates on the meta analysis and other things that I changed on my team, and I hope you all understood what I'm like, how I'm doing these and why I'm doing it and stuff like that. So yeah, I will see you guys later. Have a good day.